Back here on the Cougar Sports Network for Game 2 of today's doubleheader. CUC taking the Game 1 win over the Wheaton Thunder. And getting things underway right off the bat is Ashley Schroll inside the circle for the Cougars.
Yeah, Schroll pitched that 7th inning for the Cougs. Saw 3 Thunder and got all 3 of them out to secure the win. Now she's starting here. She's facing off against Soleil Weaver, who is up to bat for the Thunder.
As that ball in the dirt.
Hasn't been able to find the strike zone yet so far here in the top of inning number 1. Hoping to just get the control back under her.
That one misses low for ball 3. A 3-1 count now.
3-1 count for Schroll as she tries to get a good pitch here to keep.
As that ball is swung on, coming in on it, able to get the throw over in time from Anderson, and quickly puts one away.
It's a great running play by Anderson to throw out Weaver at first base. Get out, number 1 on the board for the Cougs.
So 1 away here in the top of the first. As that ball is in there for strike 1.
Great pitch by Schroll. Just caught the outside of the strike zone beautifully. And the Wheaton batter just watched it go by.
This ball misses outside for ball 1.
Olivia Horniak watched that one go by. She has been Wheaton's best batter on the season, but didn't make a whole lot of noise in the first half of this doubleheader.
That one misses for ball 1. In the infield for the Cougars, some changes from Game 1. Obviously, in the circle, Ashley Schroll, but over at first is Melissa Hajik. Over at second, still Caitlin Smith. Shortstop, still Arissa Santos, as that ball is hit up the middle for a base hit. Over at third for the Cougars is Joe Anderson. Out in left field is still Lindley Southern. Right center field still McKyler Morris. And over in right field for the Cougars is Jess Gang. Meanwhile, behind home plate for game number 2, catching today is Emmy Lucero.
That was just a good hit by Horniak. Got past the pitcher and then got past the shortstop, Arissa Santos, and found the outfield grass. So now Wheaton's got a runner on first and hoping that they can get the hits to happen in this game, which was something that they struggled with up until the final innings.
As that ball sneaks through the 6-hole and is going to find its way out into left field. Southern able to get it and stop the runners from taking any extra bases, but quickly the Thunder have runners on first and second.
Yeah, just like that, Wheaton's got runners on the base pass, got one in scoring position, and again, they struggled with hitting in the first game, so they're hoping here that if they can jump out here in game number 2 and just make good contact and get good hits, that hopefully they'll be able to pick up the win here.
As Schroll delivers that one in there for ball 1.
Just a little bit outside from where Schroll wanted it to be. Just trying to catch the outside corner, but wasn't able to do so.
As that ball is fouled back off the netting.
Making it a 1-1 count here against number 18, Mia Reinhardt, for the Thunder.
This ball, contact made. Smith able to get it, gets for the tag. Can she turn 2? She cannot, but a great heads-up play there from Caitlin Smith to get the runner advancing to second. Just couldn't quite turn the double play, but that's going to put runners on the corner bags for the Thunder and bring Livy Figueroa up to the plate for Wheaton. And head coach of the Cougars, Sarah O'Malley-Fisher, going to take a quick time here, call her infield in, and resettle things a little bit. Operating now with 2 outs, and the Cougars are in a good spot if they can hold that runner at third off.
Yeah, Smith made a good play to tag the runner going from first to second, but wasn't able to get the throw to first in time. That would have ended the inning. for the Cougs. So now, again, Wheaton, runners on the corners, hoping that they can score a run here and take their first lead of the day.
Coach O'Malley Fisher talking with Lucero a little bit on the way back to the dugout. And just like that, we are back into it. Figueroa at the plate. She takes a swing at the first pitch. She sees that ball stays fair, and an easy grab and tag for Hajik gets the Cougars out of the inning. Thunder remain scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first. Cougars have the chance to strike first. They'll start things off in just a moment as we head to a break here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, bottom of the first inning here. The Thunder remain scoreless after their top half of the inning, and getting ready to lead things off for the Cougars is number 22, Emily Garcia, hitting in the DP position here today.
And pitching here for the Thunder, they got Tori Barber, who is their best pitcher on the season. She's pitching with a 3.59 ERA. And so they're hoping that she can do what Kennedy Kemp couldn't do in Game 1 and keep the Cougars scoreless here in the first inning.
Cougars scored one run in the bottom of the first in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. So looking to keep that trend alive here as Garcia gets set to lead things off for the Cougars. She takes the first pitch in there for strike one.
Barber is happy with that placement. That was right where she wanted it. Allows her to get the first pitch in against Garcia and hopefully just fix the control issues that plagued Wheaton throughout game number 1.
1-1 count here for Garcia. As that ball misses in the dirt for ball 2.
Didn't have as much on it as Barber would have liked. Just ended up hitting the front of the left-handed batter's box and just rolling to the catcher.
As she swings on that one, sends it right up the middle for an easy base hit for Garcia to lead things off for the Cougars. And that's going to hand things over to Caitlin Smith now at the plate.
Great hit by Garcia. She got it past the Wheaton third baseman, Addie Brown. Is now Caitlin Smith's coming to bat, hoping to advance Garcia.
Smith 1 for 4 in Game 1 of today's doubleheader, so looking to spark things alive a little bit here in Game 2. As she takes that one inside and low for ball 1.
Interesting stat. We didn't see any steal attempts by either team in the first game of this doubleheader. These are two teams that like going for extra bases.
As Smith takes that one high for ball 2. A quick 3-0 count here for Smith.
Barber trying to get settled down now. You don't want to get runners on first and second with no outs.
As that one catches the corner of the plate for strike one.
Managed to find the spot she's been looking for so far. She's been trying to paint the outside corners, but hasn't had very much luck thus far. That one was right where she wanted it, however.
Smith looks to bunt. She drops a bunt really narrow here. Rounding second is Garcia. Garcia gets to third safely on the bunt. Some speedy wheels from Emily Garcia to get going on that bunt, and a great laid down bunt there from Smith puts a runner in scoring position.
Looked like none of the Thunder thought that there was going to be a bunt there, so they just weren't really prepared for Smith to lay that one down, and then Garcia with just a great jump off first managed to get all the way to third now.
Melissa Hajik at the plate for the Cougars here. She swings the first ball she sees. That's high and shallow outfield and getting it. Garcia thought about tagging up, but the Thunder outfielders were on it and had that ball back into the infield in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, Garcia did a quick stutter step towards home, but quickly realized, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat that throw. And so now the Thunder got two away.
This is going to bring up Jo Anderson to the plate for the Cougars. She takes ball one well outside, but Cougars operating with 2 outs here, but a runner on third. So ideally, you're trying to do whatever you can to get this run in. As she swings at low at that one in the dirt, and Garcia's going to steal home and safely do so. Emily Garcia with showing her speed and athleticism once again, taking advantage of that ball bouncing around and puts 1 run up on the board for the Cougars early on.
That was just a fantastic show of speed by Garcia. She jumped. That ball bounced off the chest of the catcher, wasn't able to field it cleanly. Then Barber came in. She wasn't able to grab it cleanly, and that allowed Garcia to score and get the Cougs the early lead.
So Cougars still operating with 2 outs, but finally got that run to score as Anderson takes a swing at that one. Losing it a little bit was Barber. She couldn't quite see exactly where that ball was rolling. She went to flip her face mask off in the middle of trying to field that, so I think it might have just been in a blind spot on it, but nonetheless, Anderson safely at first off of that slow roller.
Yeah, sun's shining straight down. Maybe Barber just, when she was running, sun just kind of reflected off the ball and she lost it, but hey, Cougars will take it. They've got a runner on first now.
Orissa Santos at the plate for the Cougars. She takes that one in the dirt for ball one.
Santos has been great at shortstop for the Cougs today and this season, hoping to get another hit now and move the runner to second.
As that one misses once again for ball two.
Barber's been constantly going for the outside or the bottom, but she hasn't been able to find them with much consistency so far. As that one's also going to be a little bit outside.
A 3-0 count here for Santos. CUC operating with 2 outs. The wind starting to pick up a bit here in River Forest as that one drops in there for strike one.
That was a pitch that was almost straight down the middle, but with a 3-0 count, Santos was just going to watch whatever came her way.
Santos takes that one for ball 4. And that's going to put runners on first and second for Jess Gang to take the plate here.
Jess Gang hoping that she can get the runner from scoring position, hoping that she can get Joel Anderson around to score and increase this Cougar lead to 2-0 early.
Gang looks at that one in the dirt for ball 1. Anderson thought about going almost halfway to third on it before realizing that probably was not a smart decision to make with 2 outs. So holding runners at first and second, a 1-0 count for Gang. She takes that one in there for strike one.
Good pitch by Barber, finding the outside line of the strike zone, keeping it in. Now trying to get the out here to hopefully minimize the Cougar damage here in the first inning.
That one catches the outside corner for strike 2.
That pitch almost the exact same spot as the one before it. Seems like Barber's being able to get a little bit more exact with her consistency and where she's been trying to place the ball.
Gang 0 for 4 in game 1, chasing her first hit here as she connects with that one, sends it high into the outfield, tracking it and unable to get it out in center field. It initially looked like it was going to the left, more towards left field, but I think the wind might have picked it up, and nonetheless, CUC puts 2 more runs up off of that hit from Jess Gang.
That was a great hit by Gang. Like you said, she got her first hit of the day. And yeah, it definitely was heading towards left, but that wind's just blowing straight right. Sent the ball right at the center fielder where it looked like might have lost it in the sun. And the Cougars now have a 3-0 lead.
An unfortunate situation for the Thunder outfielders. The environmental factors not helping as Gang is going to take off to third on that one. The throw was there, but Gang safely sliding under it. A little bit of a loose ball there, but Nahorniak was able to keep it mostly in front of her and get the throw off just a little bit behind Jess Gang's initial jump.
Yeah, from where Livy Figueroa was, she was able to catch the ball, but she wasn't able to make a good placement. Wasn't able to apply a tag.
Mykyler Morris now at the plate for the Cougars.
Hoping that she can get the runner in from third and increase this lead.
She takes a hack at that one, sends it foul.
Make it a 1-1 count. Now again, the Thunder just trying to do some type of damage control, hoping that they can get out of this inning with only a 3-0 deficit.
This ball in the dirt. Effort there from Gang on that aggressive jump, but the Thunder were able to quickly get that ball in and throw Jess Gang out at home to end the inning. So we're going to head to the top of the second. CUC leading Wheaton 3-0. We'll be right back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, top of the second. CUC on top 3-0. Ashley Schroll still in the circle for the Cougars. At the plate for the Thunder, number 3, Abby Brown.
First pitch by Schroll was a little bit low. She's hoping that she can lift it up now here with pitch number 2.
That one's connected, hit over to Smith. Smith able to glove it and flip it over to Hajik for the quick out at first. Wasting no time there as the Cougars got things moving. And that's going to hand things over to Victoria Barber.
She's hoping to help herself out here. She gave up 3 runs in the first inning. She's hoping that she can get on base and at least spark some Thunder momentum, allow them to get some runs back and make it so that she's not pitching from behind.
Schroll sends this one in there for strike 1.
Beautiful pitch, just catching the inside line of the strike zone. Just a perfectly placed pitch.
That one swung on by Barber. Schroll able to get it and quickly sends it over for out number 2. And CUC quickly puts 2 away at the hands of their infielders.
A efficient pitching by Schroll so far. 4 pitches and 2 outs. I'm hoping they can do the same with Kennedy Kemp, who's coming up to bat.
Wind still picking up here in River Forest as that one misses for ball 1.
Kennedy Kemp had the only RBI for the Thunder in Game 1. She had a 2-run scoring double in the top of the 6th inning.
As that ball misses upstairs for ball 2.
Kemp now hoping that she can recreate what she did at her final at-bat of the first game and get on base.
That one catches that inside corner for strike 1.
When Ashley Schroll can hit that inside corner or that inside part of the strike zone, she is lethal with just placing it. There's been some consistency that she's been struggling with.
That ball hit over Smith, able to glove it and sends it over to Hajik for out number 3. So the CUC infield really putting in some work here in the top of the 2nd, holding the Thunder scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 2nd. Don't go anywhere. The Cougs are hot here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, bottom of the 2nd, leading things off for CUC is Emmy Lucero. As she takes that one low for ball 1, still pitching for the Thunder, Tori Barber.
Cougars jumped on Barber in the bottom of the 1st and managed to get 3 runs on 2 hits. So now Barber's just doing damage control from this point.
That one misses low and away for ball 2. As this one catches for strike 1. A nice slow roller right down the middle from Barber to get back into that count easily.
Yeah, 2-1 count. Pitchers very still much in this against Lucero. Lucero knows she shouldn't have swung at that one. That was low and outside, but she took a hack at it anyway, and it's a 2-2 count now.
As that one is hit back and drops just behind our press box here through some trees. So no car damage on that one. As I mentioned in Game 1, the fantastic Cougar softball field located on the campus of Concordia University of Chicago, but right next to the busy Division Street, as that ball is popped up high, and in foul territory catching it was Paige Andrews for out number 1. But as I was saying, a very busy street that this softball field is near, so some car damage has already occurred today as a car driving past was hit by a foul ball. So always nice to see when foul balls are kept in territory, as Southern pops that one right into the hands of Andrews once again for out number 2.
Andrews didn't even really have to move for that one. She had to move forwards a few feet, but it was just right at her. She just popped her glove up for the catch and a quick second out. Again, Barbara's hoping that she can get through this Concordia lineup with a little bit more efficiency now, not give up any more hits, and certainly not any more runs.
Emily Garcia back at the plate. She takes a hack at that one, and that's going to fall foul along the first base side.
It's a good contact, good hit by Garcia. Unfortunately, just cut a little bit too far to the right. She wasn't able to keep it in fair territory.
Garcia now with the 0-1 count. She takes a swing at that one, sends it over to third, and easily able to get the out is Livy Figueroa.
Figueroa fielded it easily, just threw it across the field to Andrews to get the third out. So now Wheaton heading into the top of the third, hoping that they can get the bats going again, hoping that they can score some runs and cut down this Cougar deficit.
So heading to the top of the third, CUC still leading 3-0. We'll be right back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, Ashley Schroll still pitching for the Cougars and leading things off for the Thunder, number 11, Megan Mosier, as she fouls off the first pitch she sees.
And she liked that one, took a hack at it, but it was just looked like a little bit behind the pitch, and so it just ended up going foul.
That one misses low for ball one.
Good eye by Mosier to just lay off that one. She was tracking that one the whole way through.
The 1-1 count here. Swung on, hit over. Santos gloving it at short and able to get the throw to Hajik for out number one.
There have been 4 outs by. That's right, I think there have been 7 outs by Wheaton so far in this game, and I think most of them were ground outs that ended up going straight to the first baseman, Hajik.
So quickly one away here for the Cougars, and that's going to put Weaver back at the plate as she fouls off the first pitch she sees and off the netting. This Thunder squad really taking the first couple pitches that they see and having some success with contact, but a little bit foul and a little bit of those slow rollers into the infield that you were just talking about, Eric. So she takes a hack at the second one she sees and pops it out into right field, where Jess Gang was able to glove it in for out number two.
Well, when you're in a situation like this where you're down early, you're down 3-0 in the top of the third, you're fighting from behind, you got to score runs, you got to get people on base, and the way to do that is through a hit. So they're swinging at everything that looks good to them. They just haven't been able to get it past a Concordia fielder yet.
As that one right down the middle for strike one.
Beautiful strike by Schroll. Olivia Nahorniak started the game off with a hit, hoping that she can recreate that here.
She swings at that. Foul tips it backwards, so a quick 0-2 count here in favor of Schroll.
Schroll looking to get this one final strike to call it an inning, send it to the bottom of the third where the Cougs will try to get a few more insurance runs.
The 0-2 pitch here, low and in the dirt for ball one.
Schroll was trying to find that bottom inside corner, but wasn't able to pick it up just enough. Ended up striking dirt.
1-2 count here. Swung on, contact made, and under it is Caitlin Smith for out number three. So a quick inning in the field for the Cougars as they're going to head to the bottom half of the inning. CUC leading Wheaton 3-0. We'll be back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, bottom of the third. Leading things off is Caitlin Smith. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes the strike anyway. So a 0-1 count here. Barber still on docket for the Thunder here as she pitches that one in and fouled off from Smith.
Cougs got the bats going early, jumped after 3-0 lead in the bottom of the first, but in the second inning they were retired in relatively quick order, so Barber's hoping that she's settled down now and will just keep the outs coming and not give up any more runs.
As this one well upstairs for ball one.
Barber pitching from behind now, just wants to keep the damage where it is, make it so that the bats don't have to come in anymore.
As that contact is made, but slow rolling over to third, and Figueroa easily able to get that throw in time for out number one. That's going to bring Melissa Hajik up to the plate.
Hajik's been big at the plate so far today for the Cougars.
Hajik swings the first pitch she sees. That's going foul, but unable to get there. So a new life for Hajik with a 0-1 count.
Hajik hoping to get on base and give the Cougars an opportunity to score some more.
As that ball is upstairs for ball one. 1-1 count here.
Barber's been struggling with consistency all game. She's had some pitches that have just been perfectly placed, but then others have just sailed on her.
That one in there for strike number one.
That was one of those beautiful pitches, able to catch the outside line. Make it a 1-2 count against the Cougs.
Hajik makes contact with that, sends it back at the wall. A home run from Melissa Hajik. Bingo, bango, bongo. The first one of the season at CUC. Nothing like bringing in your home opener with a home run. Fire me up, Melissa Hajik.
That ball was just right down the middle, and Hajik hammered it. It sailed over the wall. Nothing the center fielder could do but watch it go by.
So Cougars go up 4-0 here in the bottom of the third. A monster hit from Hajik. And that's going to bring Joe Anderson up for the Cougars. That misses for ball one.
Anderson hoping she can get the hits going, maybe even get a homer of her own to follow up what Hajik did. She watches that one go by for ball number two. Again, Barber kind of struggling with control now that she just gave up a monster home run over the center field fence.
She makes contact with that, but the diving catch in left field is good. A hard hit ball, but Kemp in left field made the diving attempt look easy to secure out number 2.
That was a great play by Kennedy Kemp to just dive for the ball and grab and make sure that Cougars didn't get another runner on the base paths.
So 2 outs now here as Arissa Santos now at the plate for the Cougars.
Watch that one go by just a little bit outside.
She takes a hack at that one. That's back in left field, but underneath it was Kemp for out number 3. So Cougars able to put one up and take some momentum off of the single home run from Melissa Hajik. But CUC on top 4-0 as we head to the top of the 4th here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, new arm in the circle for the Cougars, Megan Buska, now pitching for CUC. Taking a look at the final stat line for Schroll, as that one misses for ball 1. Final stat line for Schroll, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed in 11 batters faced, but in that those 11 batters, 31 total pitches. So a good start of the game from the senior pitcher for the Cougars, and hands things off to the next one as a 2-0 count here. Misses low for ball 3 for Paige Andrews.
Buska just entered the game. Looks like it's taking a little bit of time for her to find the right spots that she's aiming for, hoping that she can pick it up here.
As it catches the outside corner of the plate right there for strike number 1.
Perfect pitch, just right on the outside line. And now Andrews still got a 3-1 count, but Buska might have found the area.
As that one misses in a similar spot and gives the free base for Andrews. And that's going to bring up number 18, Mia Reinhard, to the plate. But it does look like we might be seeing a pinch runner here.
And if you're the Thunder who have struggled with hitting, not just today but this season, you'll take the free runners on base. You'll take every opportunity you can, just have someone on base and give yourselves a chance to get back in this game when you're faced with a 4-0 deficit early.
So pinch runner over on first, number 21, Isabel Hillier. So Reinhard at the plate here. She swings the first pitch she sees, goes foul along the third base line. 0-1 count.
Reinhard liked what she saw with that one. Tried to get a hit, but it looked like she might have just been a little bit early on it, so it just kind of ended up going foul. She's hoping now that she can place it in between the lines.
That one catches there for strike number 2.
Just like that, Megan Buska got an 0-2 count on Mia Reinhardt, hoping to get her out and retire her first batter of the game.
As the contact is made, Santos bobbles it at short. Can she still get the throw off? And runners are going to advance. And Reinhardt safe at first. A little bit of a bobble there from Santos, but nonetheless, runners now on first and second.
Yeah, Santos wasn't able to field it cleanly. Looks like she might have just taken her eye off the ball for a second to prepare for the throw to second to try to get the double play going, but that caused her to not be able to get a good grip, and both runners are safe.
As that one misses low and away for ball one. Low and inside once again for ball two.
Now Buska falling behind. This isn't the spot she wants to be in, especially not with two runners on base.
That one catches the throw down to first, not in time.
Reinhardt was able to get back to first before the throw got her, so still 2-1 count with runners on first and second and no outs.
This one misses outside for ball three. A tricky spot to be in right now for the Cougars, but a really good spot for the Thunder. Looking to be able to load the bases up with no outs.
And now it's on Buska to try to pitch her way out of this jam.
As contact is made, that's hit into the gap in right center. Waving the runners home. The throw to second, no good. The throw to home, not in time to catch Hillier, but it does stop another run from scoring. So Reinhardt held at third, and a double for Figueroa now puts runners at second and third with no outs.
May not have scored both base runners, but if you're the Thunder, you'll take it. You still have runners on second and third base, and most importantly, you have no outs, so you have a lot of work to play with. We might see a sacrifice bunt here to try to get the run home, or just start swinging for the fences.
Buska pitches this one in the dirt. Lucero doing a great job of keeping the ball in front of her to not let that run score from third.
Abby Brown made sure to jump out of the way quickly to give the runner on third a clear lane if she wanted it.
This one misses outside for ball one.
Buska's been trying to find that outside line of the strike zone, but just unfortunately hasn't been able to hit it with much consistency so far.
This one catches the outside corner of the plate for strike one. A much needed strike from Buska.
Yeah, coming off the back of that double, it scored a run and two straight balls. Buska needed something to kind of get her on the right path.
As that ball is swung on, sent foul. Tracking it is Anderson, and getting underneath it is Anderson to get out number one. If you're the Cougars, that is the ideal situation right there. Easy opportunity for a quick out and right near your base runners to not give them any space to be able to tag up. So a great first out from the Cougars to hold off another run.
Yeah, Joel Anderson caught that probably 10 feet from the third base runner, so Reinhardt wasn't going anywhere.
A swing through from Barber there. Misses for strike one.
Now if you're the Cougs, you're hoping that Buska only needed to get that first out of the way, and now that she's got it, she'll be cruising here.
A swing through on the second pitch she sees from Barber, and quickly an 0-2 count here.
Barber swinging at the pitches she likes. She just hasn't been able to make contact with them.
As that one misses just high and outside for ball one.
Catcher tried to frame that perfectly. Unfortunately, just wasn't enough for the ump to call it strike number 3.
Buska sends this one in. Swing through, drop third, and with the tag from Lucero, out number 2. Strikeout number 1 on the day for Buska, but quickly Cougars put 2 away and are in a really good spot here, trying to minimize the damage that the Thunder can do.
Yeah, started off as a rough inning for Buska. She gave up 1 run, had runners on second and third with no out, but now got 2 outs to try to prevent Kennedy Kemp from getting a good hit.
Kemp takes that one for strike 1.
Kemp with the big hit to score 2 runs in the top of the 6th inning in game number 1, hoping to recreate that here.
Swing on that one, finds the gap in the middle. 1 run's going to score. Another coming in, the throw in time, and that's going to stop the run from scoring. Figueroa was rounding with speed, but the throw was great, and being able to hold onto that ball from Lucero, able to prevent that run and get the Cougars out of the inning. So 1 run scored on that hit, but the second prevented, and the Cougs are still on top 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, bottom of the 4th. The sun is setting here in River Forest, but still a beautiful day for some softball. Jess Gang at the plate for the Cougars, but a new arm in the circle for the Thunder. New arm for the Thunder, number 7, Shyla Dozeman, as Gang takes strike number 1. Final stat line for Barber: 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 14 batters faced, and 49 total pitches thrown. So handing things over to Dozeman as quickly Gang in an 0-2 count.
Gang's coming up for the Cougs, trying to give him a few more insurance runs back. Thunder managed to put 2 on the board in the top of the 4th, so the Cougs trying to answer back quickly.
The 0-2 pitch here, swung on by Gang, popped high into right field, tracking it in foul territory. A little bit out of view of the press box, but the celebrations indicate that the catch was good. I believe that was Mosier able to make that diving catch over in foul territory for out number 1.
Mosier had to run with how far the wind was pushing that ball, and then she had to dive to get it, but she made the play and retired the first out in the 4th. Get Dozeman her first out of the day.
McKyler Morris at the plate for the Cougars. That one in the dirt for ball 1.
Dozeman hoping to be a little more effective than the starting pitcher was for the Thunder. Hoping to not give up any runs.
Morris walked in her first at-bat here of game 2, chasing a hit. As the 2-0 pitch comes in, swung on by Morris sent foul off the netting. 2-1 counts now.
You can tell that Morris liked that one. She just wasn't able to get the proper angle on it and keep it in play. It just kind of went straight up and back.
This one inside for ball 3. 3-1 count now.
Very much a hitter's count for Michaela Morris.
Morris swinging through that one to make this a full count now. Dozeman doing a great job of keeping herself in this after being down in the count. Morris fighting her way back. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled off by Morris.
Morris caught that with almost the bottom of her bat, and as a result, the ball just kind of went straight down and foul. But still keeping herself alive, faced with a full count.
Three-two count once again here. Pitch coming in. Swung on by Morris, sent foul onto Division Street.
Went all the way over the street on that one, so all the cars were kept safe.
Car counter still remains at 1 on the day.
There's more still fighting in this at-bat. Fouled off the last two, hoping that this one will end up in play.
The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Dozeman getting her way out of it. Morris with the swinging strikeout for out number 2 here. That's going to bring up number 9, Emmy Lucero for the Cougars. Looking to get a 2-out rally going.
Yeah, she's hoping to get on base and put the Cougars in a position to string some hits together and get a few more of those runs back that they lost in the top of the inning. That ball just dropped a little bit too much. Dozeman was trying to, I think, catch the bottom of the strike zone, but just dropped it a little bit too far.
As this one swung on and fouled back by Lucero.
That one also avoided any cars. Lucero now again trying to straighten out, keep it in play.
Cougars 2 for 4 at the plate today with 2 outs. Lucero looking to improve that as she swings at that one, fouls it off. Gets a piece of it, but is down in this at bat. 1-2 count here. Dozeman trying to get the Thunder out of the inning. Lucero trying to keep the Cougars fighting. Lucero makes contact with that. It's going deep into right field over the head of Mosier, and a sliding double for Lucero. Cougars really getting things going here, sparking with 2 outs, and that's going to put Lindley Southern at the plate.
You can tell off that hit that Mosier didn't have a great tracking on the ball. She was kind of running at it in a half back pedal, half side to side motion, and it just ended up falling and allowing the runner to get to second. As now the catcher's going to offer some words of advice to Dozeman to help her, hopefully help her get the 3rd out of the inning and get the Thunder out of this inning with no damage done.
So after Lucero's hit, Cougars now 3 for 5 at the plate with 2 outs. Southern looking to keep that burst of energy going here for the Cougars.
Now that the Cougs have a runner in scoring position, Southern's hoping that she can get it out of the infield and put it in a position where all Lucero's got to do is just turn on the jets.
Southern 1 for 1 at the plate in game 1 of today's doubleheader. She swings the first pitch she sees. That's popped up high into right field, but shallow. And 3 Thunder all tracking it. And able to pull it in was Gracie Rockness, I believe. and get the Thunder out of the inning. Cougars still on top 4-2 as we head to the top of the fifth here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, top of the fifth, and a new arm in the circle for the Cougars. Now pitching number 23, Alyssa Lopez, the freshman right-handed pitcher from California. Looking to keep things moving here as CUC still on top of Wheaton 4-2. That one misses outside. Batting for the Thunder, number 20, Kate Welch.
Thunder now definitely within sight of this Cougar lead.
Welch swinging on that first one, rolls over to Santos and quickly gets the throw out at first.
Thunder managed to put up 2 in the top of the 4th inning, so now they only have a 4-2 deficit to come back on. So they're definitely still trying to keep getting runners on base, because once you get one runner on, you got the tying run at the plate. Might be why the Cougars decided to switch it up and bring in Lopez to pitch.
Soleil Weaver now hitting for the Thunder. She swings the first pitch. She sees a diving attempt from Anderson, but it's going to get through to the outfield. Southern able to glove it and get it in, but a base hit there from Weaver gets things moving.
Yeah, Anderson lunged for that one, but it was just out of her reach. She couldn't grab it, so Wheaton's got a runner on early in the inning.
That's going to bring up Olivia Nahorniak to the plate for the Thunder.
Nahorniak, the Thunder's best hitter, leads the team in RBIs, hoping she can get another one.
Lucero with the throw down to first, but a diving attempt back for Weaver is good. Cougars playing aggressive in the field, really looking to pick off those runners where they can, not let them get in scoring position even. Lucero once again looking to throw, but with the bunt, it pulled Hajik off the bag, and Smith wasn't quite at the first base coverage point yet to be able to get that throw down, but once again, Lucero playing aggressive behind the plate.
Yeah, if someone tries to run on her, she is going to launch it at them.
That ball hit in a similar spot and getting through back out to the outfield for another base hit. So Wheaton back-to-back singles puts runners on first and second and hands things over to Paige Andrews.
Now, Alyssa Lopez got herself in a little bit of trouble. She got the first out quickly, but 2 hits to almost the exact same spot. That gap between short and third has the Thunder threatening.
This one misses upstairs for ball 1.
And Weaver has taken some very big leads off the plate here. And she's just being stared down and walked back to the base.
The bunt dropped in a really good spot. Hajik able to get it. Gets the throw over to first in time. And holds the runners on second and third. So a nice sack bunt there from Andrews to move the runners around. But Cougars able to get the out and hold the runner. So 2 outs now, and that's going to put Mia Reinhardt at the plate.
And that's exactly what you want if you're Wheaton. You got the good bunt and put both runners in scoring position. So now a good clean hit ties this game up.
That ball popped foul. And once again, just misses a car on Division Street. Very lucky drivers passing by, as could have been in a much different scenario if that ball had another inch or two on it. But the 0-1 count swung on here. Santos able to get it. It gets the throw over in time for out number 3. So Cougars do their job in successfully holding the Thunder scoreless in the top of the 5th. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. CUC still on top 4-2 here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, bottom of the 5th, leading things off for the Cougars, number 22, Emily Garcia. She takes a look at strike 1. Still in the circle for the Thunder is Dozeman.
Dozeman managed to get through the bottom of the 4th inning with no harm done. She allowed a base runner, but managed to retire the next batter.
That ball misses well outside for ball number 1.
The Cougars now just trying to get some runners on base and hopefully get back some of the insurance runs that they gave up in the top of that 4th inning.
That one swung and fouled back for strike 2. A hard ball off the bat of Garcia.
That was a strong cut by Garcia, but she just wasn't able to center it up and keep it fair. So now she's still fighting for this at-bat.
That ball popped out of play, fouled off, I believe, onto Division Street. I believe it missed a car once again.
Very lucky car drivers today outside of that one Toyota guy.
A lot of lucky car drivers and one very unlucky car drivers.
Indeed.
But nonetheless, 1-2 count here for Garcia.
She's still fighting, trying to get a good hit in play.
She swings through that one for strike number 3. Dozeman getting another strikeout here. And that's going to put a new batter up for the Cougars in number 1, Alyssa Campos.
Alyssa Campos did some pitching in the first game, pitched a few innings of excellence to help finish the day and get the win for the Cougars in game 1. Now hoping that she can come in and do some damage with her bat.
Campos earlier today in game 1 0 for 3 at the plate, so still chasing her first hit of the day. She lets the first pitch go by for ball 1.
Good eye by Campos. Dozman was trying to paint the outside corner with that one, but wasn't able to rein it in. Went a little bit too much outside.
This one catches the inside corner for strike 1.
And that's where Dozman's been really working today, is with those pitches that are a little bit inside and just like catch the inside line or the inside corner. Most of the batters been laying off them thinking they're going to be balls, but instead they end up being strikes.
This one fouled back from Campos. 1-2 count now.
The Cougar batters have been able to make good contact against Dozman, but the balls have just been ending up going foul.
As she connects with this one, sends it high into right field. Tracking it, losing it for a moment was Mosier, but able to get back under it. The sun setting here in River Forest, along with these gusts of wind, really making those outfielders put in some work today. And Mosier doing a great job of tracking it and staying with it to get out number 2.
Yeah, Mosier was kind of moving a little bit to center at the last second, had to cut back to her left or right field to haul in the ball, but she managed to do so, and now Dozman's got 2 outs.
2 outs with Melissa Hajik at the plate. Hajik, home run in her last at-bat. Looking to get things going. Once again, operating with 2 outs here. She swings through that one for strike 1.
Yeah, like you said, Hajik, her last at-bat, she just slammed one over the center field wall. That was kind of the end of it for the Thunder starting pitcher, Tori Barber. But now they got Dozman in, and they're hoping that she can stifle Hajik.
Has that one at Hajik's ankles, getting out of the way for ball number 2.
Hajik working with a 2-1 count, hoping that she can get another nice one that she likes and send another one over the wall.
She makes contact with that, but a slow dribbler into the infield. And the throw from Figueroa is good to get the Thunder out of the inning. CUC still on top, 4-2, as we head to the top of the 6th here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, top of the 6th, leading things off is Livy Figueroa. Swings at the first pitch. She sees and fouls it off.
Looked like Figueroa was a little bit behind on that one. It went off the part of her bat near her handle. It just went straight down the right field line and foul. So now she's hoping that she can pull it in a little bit more and get it over the head of the first baseman, Hajik.
This one in the dirt for ball 1.
Lopez managed to get out of the 5th inning with no damage done, despite a few base runners, hoping that she can keep the outs coming here and close out the day for the Cougs.
Figueroa 1 for 2 at the plate here in game 2. Had a RBI double. Got things moving for the Thunder. As that ball misses low and inside for ball 3.
Lopez trying to catch the inside corner, just wasn't able to do so successfully. Is now hitter's count here for Figueroa.
As that one misses up and out for ball 4. And Figueroa is going to find her way to first on a free base. And that's going to bring Abby Brown back to the plate.
Abby Brown now hoping that she can get Figueroa in scoring position or even hit a homer of her own. Brown represents the tying run in this game, as the Thunder have just 6 outs to come back.
The bunt from Brown, laid down but easily able to get the throw, was Lopez. Covering second was Alyssa Campos.
Good bunt laid down by Brown. It did what it needed to do. It got Figueroa from first to second. And now with 1 out, the Thunder are hoping that Shyla Dozeman, the pitcher, can come in and get a good hit to cut this Cougar lead to 1.
As that one straight down the barrel for strike 1.
Figueroa was walked back to second base after that one. Catcher staring her down the whole way.
Emmy Lucero behind the plate for the Cougars, playing really aggressive as that ball, slow roller, but unable to get it. In was Campos. And Figueroa sliding into third. Third base coach over there wanted to send her home on that little bit of a bobble, but with the slide in from Figueroa, didn't have enough time to get back up and continue running. So held at third, runners on corner bags, and Coach O'Malley Fisher is going to take a quick second to ground her infield.
Yeah, that was a lucky turn of events for the Cougs. Obviously, they gave up the hit, but with Figueroa sliding, she didn't see her coach waving her home, and that meant that she didn't make a play to home, which if she had scored would have given the Thunder just a 1-run deficit here in the top of the 6th.
So a quick discussion to regroup and reground the Cougar infield as Kennedy Kemp stepping to the plate for the Thunder. Runners on the corner bags, 1 out. Kemp 1 for 2 in at bats here in game 2.
Wheaton's hoping that at the very least she can score the runner from third and get the runner on first in scoring position.
As she swings at that one, finds the gap right up the middle. One's going to score. Figueroa safely getting home. Dozeman safely at second, and Kemp at first. So the Thunder starting to make a comeback here as they put 1 more up on the board. CUC still on top 4-3, but we're going to see a pitching change here for the Cougars. Looking at the final stat line here for Lopez. Lopez, 1.1 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 9 batters faced, 20 total pitches. So looking to get things moving in a different direction.
Yeah, it's not the kind of day that you were hoping for out of Alyssa Lopez. You're hoping that she would be able to come in and just get some quick outs and send the crowd home happy. And she did that pretty effectively in the top of the 5th inning, but in the 6th, she got 2 runners on base, gave up a run, and only has 1 out. So coach is doing what they think is the right call and bringing in a new pitcher.
That new pitcher, number 14, Esme Luvano, getting things going here for the Cougars. The right-handed sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, looking to hold things where they are. Cougars this season have a wide variety of pitchers to use. Been an area of struggle in the past for the CUC team, struggling with arms, and having a good bullpen is key for the CUC squad, as we've seen it here today.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Having a good bullpen that they can go to in moments like these to help bring home the wins is something that they're counting on. They're hoping here that Luvana will get some 2 quick outs, minimize the damage.
As that first ball is hit into left field, and that's going to load the bases up.
Not the kind of start you want if you're Luvana. 1 pitch, 1 hit to load the bases with only 1 out. Now if you're the Cougs, you're hoping for a ground ball and an easy double play. They got outs at every base. What they don't want is a deep fly ball or a ground ball that just gets past the infield.
Big moments here as that first pitch high for ball 1. Like you mentioned, Cougars operating with 1 out, really looking to hold things where they are. Not looking to let the Thunder pull away too much. As that one is hit, the throw to home, the force out is good. Can't turn the double play, but a great heads-up play from Joe Anderson, looking to get the force out at home and prevent the run from scoring.
Yeah, that was just a fantastic play by Anderson. She knew that the runner going home was the most important one, so she made sure to get that one out first, and then Pajik not quite able to hold on to the ball. I think the runner or the batter had her beat by a step anyway, so now the Cougs just hoping to get an easy out number 3 here.
As swung on the first pitch, Southern tracking it in the outfield and able to glove it and get the Cougars out of the inning. The Thunder put up 1 run, but CUC still on top 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network. CUC looking to put some insurance runs up as the Thunder trail by 1, but now hitting for the Cougars, number 30, Maya Lorenas.
Yeah, at one point the Cougars were holding on to a 4-0 lead, but since then the Thunder have scored 3 straight to make this just a 1-run game.
So a quick 2-0 count here for Lorenas. As she makes contact, drops that fair on the right field side, rolling all the way to the corner, and she's going to slide down at second, but they're going to get her out on the throw. A great throw from the corner there. I believe, can't quite tell. I think it's Abby Whitehead out in right field now. So making a fantastic, well-placed throw, able to secure the out. A great hit from Lorenas, but it's going to bring Arissa Santos to the plate for the Cougars now, operating with 1 out. That ball misses inside for ball 1.
Going back to that Lorenas hit, it was great. It went inbounds and then was hooking towards the wall, so She felt safe running for a second, but then just the rocket by Whitehead caught her at second base.
That ball misses low for ball 2, so a 2-0 count here for Santos.
Santos now again hoping to get on base, give the Cougs at least one insurance run as we are in the bottom of the 6th inning.
As that one fouled off the netting. So a 2-1 count here for Santos.
Dozman's been pitching very effectively for the Thunder here today. I'm just hoping to keep that going.
Santos swinging on that one. 2-2 count here. Marissa Santos 0 for 1 at the plate here in game 2 with 1 walk.
She's hoping that she can pick up her first hit of game number 2 and put a Cougar on the base paths.
As she swings hard at that one, and it's going to go foul, bouncing off of the Cougar dugout and over the fence, but cars still safe on Division Street.
Now Lopez trying to straighten one out here. Had 2 hard hit balls, but they just both went foul to the right, so she's hoping that she can get one inside the lines.
Santos swinging at that one, and I believe she fouled it off into herself. So umpire called for the dead ball. A 2-2 count here.
Lopez fighting to stay alive in this at-bat. Cougars could really use a runner here.
As that ball misses high and away for ball 3. Full count now here for Santos.
Dozman trying to decide what the right pitch is that'll allow her to get Lopez out.
As Santos connects with that one, sends it deep back at the fence, but able to pull it in was Kemp. So a lot of power on that hit, but the wind blowing directly in stole any chance from that thing sailing, and that's going to put 2 outs on the board and Jess Gang at the plate.
That was a well-hit ball by Lopez. The wind doing no help allowed Kemp to catch it at essentially the warning track.
As that one's there for strike 1. Dozman pitching this one in. Gang showing bunt, but drops it foul, bounces off the plate. A really good bunt attempt there from Gang.
Yeah, if she managed to keep that bunt fair, that would have 100% caught the Thunder infield off guard. I don't think they were expecting that, but since it went foul, it takes away the element of surprise there.
0-2 count here for Gang. The pitch swung on and missed from Jess Gang. And Dozman gets the Thunder out of the inning. A narrow game as we head to the top of the 7th. CUC on top 4-3, but Wheaton having some momentum. We've got a close one here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Top of the 7th, CUC on top 4-3. Paige Andrews at the plate for the Thunder. She takes strike number 1. Now pitching for the Cougars, number 21, Morgan Hofek. Looking to get things going here.
They're hoping that Hofek can come in and get 3 quick outs and call it a day without giving the Thunder a chance to score 1 run and tie this game up.
A 1-1 count here for Andrews. This one swung on and missed. 1-2 count now.
Good pitch by Hofek. Andrews swung straight through it, and momentum very much on the Thunder side right now, so the Cougars just trying to minimize that and get through with a win.
That ball in the dirt, but kept in front by Lucero. 2s across the board.
Hofek now hoping that she can get Andrews out with this next pitch and head on to the next batter.
Andrews lifts this one into left field. Underneath it is Southern and easily able to glove it for out number 1.
Southern was tracking it the whole way. She was shuffling left with it and made the catch. And now the Cougars just 2 outs from victory here in game number 2.
Now batting for the Thunder, Mia Reinhard. Swung on, popped foul off the netting.
Hofek now got 1 strike on Reinhard, hoping that she can keep it up, get strike number 2, or alternatively another fly ball that goes straight at a Concordia fielder.
0-1 count here. This one in the dirt once again.
The Thunder down to their last 2 outs here, hoping that Andrews, who's been good for them today in the field and at the plate, can get something going. If not a solo home run to tie it up, then at least get on base.
2-1 count here for Reinhard. Thunder needing to play aggressive at the plate, not looking to give anything easy up. As you've mentioned it, Cougars 2 outs away from winning this, but the Thunder doing everything they can to force the Cougars to play the bottom of the 7th. And a 3-1 count for Reinhard is a good way to start.
And if you're the Cougars, you don't want to get a runner on base because that means the leading run is at the plate. And with the way they've been hitting recently,
that ball is popped up, tracking into foul territory over in right side. Unable to grab it was Campos.
Campos was following it the whole way through. Just looked like the last second it moved a little bit on her and it bounced off the web of her glove to fall harmlessly to the ground. So now Andrews with new life here, hoping to keep her at bat alive.
3-2 count for Andrews. She sends this one over to short. Santos able to easily stop it and get the out. The throw across to Lorenas, and the Cougars are 1 out away from the home opener sweep. But Libby Figueroa now at the plate for the Thunder, doing everything she can to stop it.
Cougs didn't get the out on the foul fly ball, but they managed to get it out, get the out with the ground ball. So now as Figueroa's up there hoping that Hofek can get her out and call it a day.
As this one misses outside for ball 1.
Hofek trying to place the ball just where she wants it to get Figueroa to go chasing.
This ball hit over to second, and getting the out was Campos, and the Cougars have taken the Game 2 win and successfully completed the sweep on the home opener. CUC softball showing up and showing out for the CUC faithful today, taking Game 2 with the 4-3 win.
And they got off to a hot start in the first inning. They were able to get 3 runs in the bottom of the first, added another one on in the bottom of the third. So now as they got the momentum on their side there, they got a pair of wins coming out of Florida as they hope to pick up some more wins in their next games. But again, the pitching kind of struggled a little bit in the latter parts of the game, but Hofek came in the top of the 7th to finish off the job. She saw 3 Thunder batters and got all 3 of them out. So again, that's 4 for the Cougars and 3 for the Thunder. 5 hits for the Cougs. Thunder had 10 of their own, but only managed to get 3 of them across the home plate.
So, final performances here on home opener for CUC softball, walking away with 2 wins. Big time for their schedule. CUC coming into today 4-4 after their Florida schedule. So now jumping ahead to 6-4, a huge, great way to get things started for the Cougars, especially given the fact they've got another home doubleheader on Thursday. So putting 2 wins up on the board and on the field early, always a good sign. But Cougar fans, don't go anywhere. We will have a post-game interview coming up shortly, but one final time today, want to give a huge shout out to everybody that made today's production possible. Corey Welch, Assistant Director of Athletic Communications, operating stats today. Jalen Franklin running scoreboard for us in Game 2. Jacob Garrison running scoreboard for us in Game 1. Production today, the tag team duo of Abby Kulig and Grace King. Sydney Lloyd doing PA for us today and floating around handling any issues that may have arose throughout today's broadcast. On the call with me, as always, the wonderful, the fabulous, the Eric Perry. I'm Kayla McLeod. Thank you so much for joining us on the Cougar Sports Network. We'll be right back with the post-game interview coming up in just a few minutes.
Welcome back here on the Cougar Sports Network. I'm Eric Perry, joined by Morgan Hofek, the pitcher, one of the pitchers for the Cougs. Morgan, great pitching today. You started pitching in game one. What was the game plan going in?
I was really nervous because it was my first time coming back. I was injured last year, so honestly, I was just going in, trying to have fun and trying to enjoy my time coming back.
You did a good job. You came in, pitched effectively. What were you telling yourself as you got prepared to pitch your first game in over a year?
I told myself to calm down, and I know how talented I am and how good I was before my injury. So just trying to kind of channel how I used to play and kind of add some new things to it as well. So, yeah.
Once you saw that you are at the level that you were pre-injury, was that a good feeling?
Yeah, I think I'm still needing to put in some work in certain places, but I think this is a good step.
Got the win in game number one. In the second game, team jumped out to an early lead, and then the Thunder came back a little bit. You came in to finish the job. What'd you tell yourself as you were coming into inning number 7?
I told myself that I needed to finish it for my team. They had done such a good job already, and I really wanted to complete it for them. And my defense did so amazing today. They definitely really helped me, and I was so happy for everyone. I think all the freshmen did a great job. My defense did an amazing job today. So another thing I told myself was that I have people behind my back, and people are going to help me when I needed it.
Now that the team picked up the first 2 home wins of the season, what are you doing to move forward and get ready for the doubleheader on Thursday?
I'm a PO, but I think our offense did awesome, and I think we just need to keep going at it. We have improved so much, and I think just continue to do what we're doing.
As you're back from the Florida trip, you're here playing home games now. You think the sky's the limit for the team?
Yeah, I mean, I really think we can do anything. I really think this is our year, and I'm super excited to see where everyone takes us.
Is it nice having a wide variety of seniors to freshmen?
Yeah, 100%. I do think we have a younger team, and I think it's beneficial, like, to see some new faces out there, and I think everyone's doing a fantastic job so far.
Glad to hear it. Well, again, congrats on the win. You won 4-0 in game number 1, 4-3 in game number 2. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
I've been Eric Perry. This was Morgan Hofek. We'll see you next time on the Cougar Sports Network.
Thank you.